morning and welcome to ACC Student News.
The news students can use. I'm Brendan Denani.
And I'm Haley Kramer, and these are today's stories.
The County of LaPorte has banned the installation of electronic billboards. The City Council unanimously adopted the ordinance that would ban the electronic signs in and around all residential neighborhoods, including the nationally designated historic sites along Michigan Avenue, Indiana Avenue, and the downtown area. The purpose of the ban is to protect the character of LaPorte's historic residential neighborhoods. However, all pre-existing signs will be grandfathered in as they were already up and running before the ban had taken place.
SkillsUSA is a partnership of students, teachers, and industry working together to ensure America has a skilled workforce. For the early childhood category of skills, students must demonstrate their ability to teach learning activities to children. Of all students at the ACC who participated, the students who placed were Jacqueline Thomas from Lake Central, Aise Reeves from Highland, Malia Scott from Calumet, Kiara Pride from Morton, and Jaylene Mraz from Hammond High. The top 5 who were able to place locally in competition were all from our very own Career Center, and will now be moving on to state competition.
17-year-old male Munster student was struck and then dragged by a school bus near Munster High School. On March 17th at around 7:12 in the morning, a Munster High School student was hit by a 76-year-old bus driver near 35th and Columbia Avenue. The victim was pinned under the bus, and police officers who arrived at the scene had to lift the bus to free him. He was then taken to Methodist North Lake Hospital in Gary. Police have ruled out any signs of impairment on the driver's behalf. The student is in stable condition.
Hammond is adding a sports complex. The Redevelopment Commission approved spending $25,000 for a financial feasibility study of a proposed $12 million. They hope to cover most of the cost through approximately $9.5 million in loans from the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Developments. The financial feasibility phase will look at attendance of different events and tournaments that attract along the estimates of income from tournaments, rentals, concessions, and other areas from the complex. Hammond officials are trying to block grant money because they will be paying off loans from now to 2035.
President Donald Trump's proposed budget, unveiled on Thursday, would cut federal funding for Meals on Wheels, a program that provides daily meals to millions of low-income seniors across the country. White House Office of Management and Budget Director Mike Mulvaney told reporters at a press conference Thursday that Meals on Wheels sounds great, but he said that along with other anti-poverty programs, it is not showing any results. Trump's budget would strip away $3 billion. Meals on Wheels also receives state and local funding as well as private donations. It relies on volunteers to provide many of its services.
Over $4.3 billion will be cut from the Department of Housing and Urban Development. This will have an effect on many cities throughout the country, one of those cities being East Chicago. East Chicago residents are already facing big issues. About 1,000 of them found out that their West Calumet housing complex was laced with lead and arsenic. It will be difficult to fix this without HUD funding and the Trump administration's EPA cuts. The lead poisoning issue will be nearly impossible to fix. These cuts will be detrimental to housing and the environment. That's all the time we have for today. I'm Haley Kramer.
And I'm Brendan Denani. Make sure to watch our videos on YouTube.
And check us out on Twitter at ACC TV Hammond.